I linked up Beth Wanjiku to Terry Mungai, the founder of Ashley's, that runs high-end salons, beauty academy, and also the franchise owner of the Miss World Kenya.
Okay, my name is Beth Wanjiku, and I own a salon by the name Maxi Salon. It's in Zimmerman. And what I would like to know, you've been inspiring people, and I was inspired a lot by you. And I wanted to know some of the few tips about getting better into business, and what inspired you into salon business.
It's nice to meet you, Beth. Yeah, as you may know, my name is Terry Mungai, founder and CEO of Ashley's Kenya Limited, which owns several spas and training colleges. And I started way in 1994. And what inspired me to start is that I was in the corporate world, and I used to visit salons, and I could see the experience I used to go through was not what I would have liked to go through. So while I was employed, I used to say the day I get out of employment, I'd like to set up a salon, a barbershop that is for the executive, so that when the executives comes to the salon, they don't feel like they are being reduced, and they don't feel like they are not enjoying themselves. They are enduring so that they can have the services.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you manage to saving the finance for sorting so many salons?
Okay, I didn't start with many, I started with one. And I went to the bank and borrowed. Those days it was so hard to borrow as a woman, because the first thing they asked you if you're married, they asked you whether your husband is aware that you're borrowing. It was not easy as it is today. But by God's grace, I managed to get the first loan, and I set up the first salon and barbershop, and the journey continued, one after the other.
Okay.
So even though we have several, they have not come all at a time. It is one after the other.
And what is the secret of securing such a big brand?
I would say it is persistency, being focused, deciding what it is that you want, and being focused and persistency. As Beth, you know, you're already in the business, you know it is not easy. It has a lot of challenges, but you just have to be persistent and decide what it is you want to achieve. Okay. When I started, I didn't see the way the brand would grow, but what I had in mind is that it is going to be different. And I have maintained that and made sure that even as we grow big, with every challenge that comes, that I don't deviate from the ethos of what I wanted to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you go about pricing your services?
Okay, as I have mentioned, we cater for the middle to upper income group. And mainly, the price is also comes with the locations.
Okay.
Because, for example, we are here now at Westgate. Westgate, the rents are very high. We even pay in foreign currency. So that determines how we are going to price.
Okay.
And also the clientele that is expected in Westgate.
Okay.
When we go, our lowest would say we are in Ruaka, at Ruaka Square. And in Ruaka Square, also the market that we are catering, even though it is middle income, where we are situated, that will dictate the pricing.
Okay.
That's how.
And how do you go? You are in business, and I'm also a mother.
Yes.
And a wife.
Yeah.
And I believe you are a mother and a wife.
Yes.
How do you go with the two of them, the business and the family?
Oh, right now it's so easy because my children are all grown.
Okay.
My last born is 23 years old. She's in college doing her master's. Now it's easy. Initially, it wasn't as easy. I had to balance the business and being a mother, and a good mother at that, and being a wife. So while I was raising my children, I decided I had allocated the time I will spend in the business and what time I get home, because I needed to be there to do homework with my children and also to spend time with them. So I had to balance. I had to balance the two. But now they are all grown and have more time for the business. Yeah.
And when did you grow to notice that you can start training people?
That is an interesting story. When we did our first salon, I picked people from then there were two institutions that were training, and the people that were being trained there were young, so they had the technical know-how. And because my background is marketing, sales and marketing, and specializing in customer service, when they came to me, I retrained them. They had the technical know-how, but I trained them on how to handle my clients. Remember, by starting the salon, I wanted to cater for women in the corporate world like myself. So I needed them to be treated in a different way. And that is, I trained them in customer service. So as time went on, Ashley's became a household name, and we were very busy. And some of my clients also decided to start salons. But the only thing they did not want to retrain their people. They came to pick from Ashley's. So as that went on, I realized there's something I'm doing that actually is attracting people. So we started a school.
Thanks very much, even for eye-opening me. I've learned a lot from you, and you've inspired me a lot. God bless.
Thank you very much, Beth, and thank you for choosing for us to talk. Actually, I'm very, very privileged to be able to talk to you, and I hope and pray that the Lord will elevate your business.
Amen.
And the next time we meet, you can tell me you have opened many more.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. After meeting up with Terry Mungai, what I've learned is don't let anything intimidate you, and your strength is when a client is happy, okay, and fully satisfied while moving out of your place.
This week on The Hustle Hangout, we feature the founder of Ankara by Chimzi that seeks to be the one-stop shop for everything creative and design.
I call it a one-stop shop because there's everything for everybody. You know, there's something for everyone, and we do a variety of products. We don't only do clothes only, we do books, diaries, jewelry, which you'll see as we continue with the show. I started Ankara by Chimzi in 2014 officially, so we've been in business for 5 years, we thank God. So I was employed for a bit, and then when the contract ended, I was like, honestly, this is not what I really want to do. Let me try business. God has been faithful, and yeah, that's how we started the business. My target clientele mainly is women. Women shop all the time. We always have functions. You know, as a guy can repeat the same trouser over and over again. As a woman, you can't. So I mainly sell to women. But apart from that, I believe I'm a family affair. So I also do men's clothes. I also do kids' clothes. I also do uniforms for companies. So whatever you can dream of, honestly, clothing-wise, we do it for you. Yes, but women shop a lot, and they're my favorite clientele to work with, yes. Mostly my marketing is online. So we have an Instagram page, Ankara by Chimzi, Facebook page, same Ankara by Chimzi, and our main clientele come through referrals, yeah? So we get a lot of referrals from the people who've made clothes from us, and we thank God for that. So online and a lot of referrals, word of mouth, and just of course when we do events, we promote a lot of events, and that's how we get our clientele mainly. In the next 5 years, like I said, we've actually been in business for 5 years. So I pray in the next 5 years we'll be able to open bigger stores. Like I said, our main workshop is in town, Odeon, and we have a small office in Kileleshwa. So first to merge these ones into a bigger store in Kenya, then of course expand beyond Kenya, you know, to East Africa, to the world. That's why I see it in 5 years. Apart from that, when I feel like I would have reached success is when my passion meets my purpose. What do I mean by that? I'm passionate about helping girls, especially who don't have opportunities. So hopefully in 5 years, I would have opened a foundation, an ABC, like I said, Ankara by Chinzi, as easy as ABC, where I'll be helping girls who don't have the opportunity. They have the skill set, but maybe they don't have the opportunity, where I set them up with job opportunities or internship opportunities. So that's where we see ourselves in 5 years.
Thank you so much for having watched the show. Hope you've learned a thing or two from the conversations we've had on the show between Beth and Terry, and also from the Hustle Hangout. If you're an entrepreneur out there and you'd like to be a part of the show, feel free to reach us on our social media handles. And also remember, each and every Wednesday to grab a copy of The Standard, to read the Hustle magazine where I usually write the Business Coach column. And also check out the Business Coach website, that's businesscoach.co.ke, to learn more about business and entrepreneurship. My name is Ian Dennis, and this has been the Business Coach, where we help entrepreneurs better their businesses.
Here are events to look out for. On February 13th and 14th, there's an emotional intelligence training happening at the Best Western Hotel, Nairobi from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m, hosted by Preston HR. On February 29th, there's a Nairobi Digital Skills Training happening at the American Spaces Moy Avenue Bazaar Plaza from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. On March 6th, there's a Women in Leadership Awards happening at the Intercontinental Hotel from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you like your event mentioned or the Business Coach to be a part of your event, feel free to reach us on our social media handles.